Signal damage.
Good
Oh,
morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for April the 29th, 2025. I'm Mom, and Chris is here, and Taz is here,
good
Yeah,
morning.
okay.
and Cliff is in the chat. Good morning, Cliff. Space Romans. Okay. So I'm not having the best weekend ever. Not a bad one, but somehow in getting my new car, my uniform and my fourth degree black belt somehow got lost. I had a dream that everywhere I turned, I kept finding them, but nope. And they went through the stuff at the dealership. No, they don't have it, which means they threw it out, and they don't want to say they threw it out. Okay, some of it's
Oh,
replaceable, some of it's not. But it's okay. Something I'll just wear my third degree for a couple of weeks until I get a new belt. And I'm getting my stuff packed to go to class yesterday afternoon. And as I'm driving back from my last errand to get gas for the day, I get a message from the instructor going, I did something stupid, so no class today. I'm like, oh,
Uh-oh.
okay. Well, at least he'd let me know before I had to head out. So no class for me this week. So I got home, played a little bit of Trek.
Okay.
Took the DOGs out for WALK, which they did not particularly like because we'd already taken a big one. Now they're still sleeping.
WLK. We're avoiding the big words now.
Mm-hmm. They might decide they like it. Good morning, Board King.
You couldn't ambush a bullion if he was blindfolded and tied to a tree.
There we go.
Hello.
Good morning, Board King. How are
good
you?
morning.
Why?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear that.
I love that line from Nog.
Nog is so good. Nog is totally
Yes.
Nogalicious.
Yeah, that was probably the only Ferengi I really liked as
No, I
Star
liked
Trek in general.
Moogie.
Who was Moogie?
Quirk's mom.
Must have not either missed it
She's
or I don't remember
she's like in
that episode.
3 episodes.
Oh, she's in 3 episodes. Well, then I phase out all 3 of them.
Moogie.
Moogie.
Yep, Moogie.
Oh my god.
I love Moogie.
Moogie.
That's not Quark though. It's who says
That's
that?
Rom.
That's Rom.
That's Rom.
Okay. Well, that sounded like Rom, so that about checked out. Rom was
Who
such a
played
poor creature.
Moogie? Was Carol Kane on the first episode, right? Or the first time that she appeared, right?
No.
Who
no.
was it? Who played?
It was.
Because there were two different Moogies.
Yeah. It was not Carol King.
But there was an actress swap.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Let's see. Real name is Ishka. Oh, that
But
was
it was.
Ishka? What kind of name is
But it
that?
was
That's Moogie's real name.
Cecilia Adams.
Celia Adams, but she didn't.
Was one of.
Cecily Adams.
From,
Oh, it was Andrea Martin who played her the first time through. That's what I was thinking. Andrea Martin, who was in SCTV and a bunch of other stuff, she was the first Moogie, but she did not like doing all the prosthetics and everything, the makeup and all that, so she declined coming back, and they hired the second one, what was her name, Cecily Adams, to do the remaining ones.
Well, fair enough. I guess the prosthetics sometimes can be really annoying, especially like back in the 90s. Today it's a little bit easier because there are different types of silicone foams and all that stuff, and there are different types of ways.
and they
of
can
attaching them.
CGI. They can
Plus-
CGI now.
Plus, you can CGI a lot of stuff now, so it's a little bit less annoying. But truth be told, Doug Jones was fully in a prosthetic from his hands to his face, and he wore those really bizarre shoes.
Yep. But
so
it's
yeah.
tough. He does it for a lot of his roles, so maybe he's more used to it. But she's...
Yeah, I guess he's been doing that for so many years.
Yeah.
He's used to having prosthetics all over his body.
First thing I can remember...
Who's that?
Doug Jones.
Oh yeah.
He played Saru, yeah,
Mhm.
in Discovery.
The first thing I can
I can't
remember
wait, I
him
hope-
in was Hellboy.
Oh yeah,
But I'm sure he was in
been
stuff
in a
before that.
lot of stuff like the you don't even
Well,
know it was
he
him,
was
but it
he was the McDonald's moon guy back in the 90s.
The McDonald's what?
The moon guy.
The moon guy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'll hold on. You don't know about that?
No. I don't, but
I don't either, I don't think.
European.
Oh, I'm looking at a picture of it, but I don't remember this at all.
This is like back in like
It was
the
it says the late 1980s.
yeah, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, no, I totally don't remember that one. I actually watched television back then.
And that was Doug Jones as well?
Yep. It says the Moon Man was played by none other than Doug Jones.
Did he have a name?
For the character, it was
Mac
Mac
Tonight.
Tonight. Yes.
Wow. Well, honestly, Doug Jones was in so many things. From
He was
like,
also the Silver
80s.
Surfer.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So much stuff, and it's like, excuse me, he's older than my mom. I mean, just a year older, but still.
Let's see.
I could never tell he's 64.
Cliff talking about the prosthetics takes like 5 hours now and ruins the skin. Yeah, it's really bad on the skin.
Last thing before Discovery was probably Shape of Water that I saw. Doug Jones. I mean, I didn't see him. The prosthetics he was wearing, we would never see him. But it was a really fun movie. It was weird and bizarre, but I liked it.
Who directed
Shape of Water, 2017, Guillermo del Toro.
He did Pan's Labyrinth with him too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I love him as a director. He's great. We lost Board King.
I don't know. Probably Network or something. Yeah, it was very weird film, but I did like it. Especially the music was really... But it was Alexandre Desplat. He really does music well when it comes to movies. I saw it in the theater and it was like, wow. He did Hocus Pocus, the original. He did the sequel. What didn't he do? Like, jeez. Oh yeah, he played the Thin Clown in Batman Returns.
Oh. Today is the last day for the First Contact event.
I haven't done it since I finished mine. I
don't know if this is happening universally, but Lexer's got double the lithium when he ran it. And I'm thinking I probably have been getting extra dilithium too. Good morning, Tarantula Rodeo. So I'm going to run it, but if you get a chance, even if you do it on autopilot, it might be worth it if it is awarding double dilithium. Because if it's true, I should be getting 24,000 today, which if they accidentally boosted it, it makes it 48,000. I won't say no.
I mean, I might do.
Unfortunately, then we have another event that's starting immediately.
Oh, I'm so sick
Hello.
of events.
My internet
Welcome
went
back,
down
Borg.
briefly.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I thought it was a network connection.
I don't have the info on Tholian Trouble. I'm told that it's going to be either the Vault or Azure Nebula Rescue. If they're going to do Azure Nebula Rescue,
no,
I hope they fixed it.
It's Azure Nebula.
Okay.
And Vault Ensnared.
Yeah.
It's both.
It's one or the other, right? I mean, you don't
They're
have...
going to be doing both.
Oh, okay.
Well,
you get to do one or the other.
Yeah.
If I remember right, Azure Nebula can be AFK'd. Because it's on a time gate. With no minimum to kick it off. Good morning, Satalia. I hope you appreciate the episode title today, Satalia. Since I stole it from her. But that'll be starting, I think, at noon today. Because, we can't go more than 5 minutes. But this one's meta. And then I'm going to see if it can be banked. So we'll give it a shot.
And I guess they're doing a update just in 3 hours.
Yeah, well, hopefully that'll be a repair on Azure Nebula, because it wasn't awarding marks the last time I ran it. But it's the event version, which means it's a different... Because it's the multiple marks at the end, I hope that's the fix for it. Anyway, that'll be another one of those. Do it, 14 times over 21 days? Or is it 20 times over 40 days? We'll see. Let me see if I can find any information. Ugh.
I have the worst endeavors today.
Yeah.
What kind? Mm.
I have one
I mean,
Borg
I'm not-
TFO.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
What's
That's
worse
okay.
about that?
No, but then I have to harvest ground materials, and then I have to do repair hall space.
Well, harvest ground materials, if you do the Bozeman toy rocket thing, when you go to adjust them at the end, those count as ground materials. How many
So
do you
which
have?
ones?
When you do the space rocket launch thing, the ground TFO, every time you go around and get something, you get the opportunity at the end to do an upgrade. So if you go around, even if you just grab junk, then at the end of it, before you go to the launch, you have this phase where you can do the adjust parts. Every time you play the adjust parts thing, the up, down, left, right stuff, it counts as a space or ground materials.
Really? It's funny that they've kind of allowed it to be something that you do double.
Yeah.
Like you do the mission for the TFO, but also you do it for the like an endeavor if it runs.
Yeah, but if you're
And
really
there's sphere
lucky,
of influence at the very beginning where you land, where you
yeah,
transport has materials that you can pick up.
it absolutely does. There's a couple that have materials. Like I have Tholians on the ground, Phaser on the ground. So, there's my 2-for-1. And I did the V-Rex yesterday, and I teamed it with myself to see if it would count as credit across the team for when we killed him. Yes, it does. So if you are teamed with the group, you have to be teamed with them, I believe. It does count for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, so try and team up when you do that one if you want to get credit for it. However, it was interesting. One of the characters I had run around and done a whole bunch of stuff and then went to the V-Rex. The other one I just beamed down a few minutes before. The one that I just beamed in got credit for the kill and for the universal, but didn't get the extra cybernetic implants. You know how you get 5 when all 3 dinos get killed? It didn't get that. It just got credit for the universal. So I think if I'm going to do it again, I'll team 2 of my characters and they can both run around. But I'm not going to worry about it because I don't worry about it. Let's see. So our toy is going to be the Tholian Shock Trooper Radiation Cannon. 3 TFO, so Enhanced Universal Upgrade or a Spec Point, and 25,000 lithium. And the weapon... Mow down your enemies with this bulky assault weapon, utilizing its AoE primary fire to rain down radiation on them. Imploding grenade launcher.
That's a ground weapon, then.
It's a ground weapon.
I'll, I'll ignore this altogether.
Yeah, but it's meta
thank
stuff.
Goodness.
It's meta.
It's not. Nothing ground is meta.
Yeah, but
anyway.
the space thing is the event, so you can do the event thing without ever touching ground.
Wait, it's for the meta event as well?
Yeah, it's the meta event. The Tholian one is the meta
No.
event. Yeah.
That's illegal. They should be punished for this. I don't care about the reward.
Well, you don't have to do it. You can buy it out and completely ignore it. You still have 3 more afterwards, so you can skip it. And if you do skip it, you can go back and buy it out later.
There's a lot of events that I skipped that I didn't care, and I still haven't claimed the prizes in the event store.
Citalia, the Are You My Mummy, wasn't that the Dr. Dances? Tarantula Rodeo says worthless. You're probably right. Yeah, it's one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes, but I think Christopher Eccleston is such a brilliant doctor. So, Tarantula Rodeo, there is a website called Damn You Autocorrect, which I used to go to when I was having an off day at work, because a lot of the autocorrects are funny to the point of peeing your pants.
Oh wow, that's a
I think I've seen
recommendation.
a couple of those.
Yep. No matter how bad a mood I'm in, that really helps it. So let's see, we've been on for 17 minutes. Taz, have you completed all of your endeavors yet?
Yes.
Of course you have.
They automatically completed themselves while I was trying to make my way over to the bioengineered Virosaurus Rex.
Cliff says it's the empty child. Thank you very much. I stand corrected. Well, then we can drag you along for our fun now. Board King, you want to join us for whatever we're going to do here?
Sure.
What have you got? You said you had a Borg TFO?
Borg TFO.
Oh,
yes.
no. The horror. The horror. Anybody want to join us for a Borg TFO? Satalia says one person I know calls it auto wrong. Yeah. It insists on fixing my things that I send to my son. And my son and I have little shorthand comments. And no, it keeps fixing them all the time. I have to go in and go, no, that is the word I want. It's right there. Speaking of son, hang on a second. Well, somebody called me at 8:48 last night. Let's see if they left a message. Why would you call me at 8:48, really? Apparently they didn't leave a message.
Must not have been important.
Probably not. It's just local. Well, maybe they'll call me back. You disabled your autocorrect, but it's so funny sometimes. All right, I'm going to do this. Satalia, you sure you don't want to join us? They called about my car's extended warranty. Satalia, I bought the car Friday. It better not. Tarantula Rodeo said, I called to see if you want to watch some Trek. What was I doing last night? At 8:48. It was still light. It wasn't quite dark yet. And since we don't have mosquitoes, I was probably sitting on the back porch. All right, I'm going to keep this up here. Wee woo.
Reboot.
You
I did not buy the extended warranty on my car because it comes with a 5-year warranty and I don't intend to keep it for 5 years. I intend to keep it for 2 years and then figure out if I need a smaller car or a bigger car. So Cliff says Peter Eccleston, who I assume you mean is Christopher Eccleston, makes Doctor Who audio dramas. That could be fun. What have I got on this ship? So my current thing, Taz, is every day when I do each character's endeavors, at the end or at the beginning, depending where they're at, I grab a new ship that needs to be leveled up and do the endeavors with that ship. So hopefully I'm getting them leveled. But it's now at the point of, well, who's got which ship? And I'm thinking I could do a spreadsheet of all 52 characters. No more. I knew that's what you meant, Cliff. Is Peter Capaldi and the...
start running out of ship to level soon.
No.
Not
Oh,
likely,
you-
not anytime soon.
Or are you claiming and discarding them after you level them?
Yes. For event ships, I'm
Oh.
claiming and discarding after leveling. There's no reason to keep them because I can go back and grab them again. So Peter Eccleston is clearly the love child of Peter Capaldi and Christopher Eccleston. bought myself a subscription to Audible, where with their basic you
Oh.
get 1 book per month,
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay.
is fine. You know, you can be patient and wait till you have enough to get a whole series done.
Okay.
And people are recommending books, but the last 2 books that were recommended were book series. One had 6 books in it.
Oh Jesus.
And it's fine, you know, I'm walking the dogs for 2 hours a day, so it's something to listen to. And it starts out really interesting, really fascinating, and then all of a sudden the author takes this really dark turn and kills off almost all of the heroes. It's like, wait,
Ooh.
I don't want to buy the next book then. I have no desire to go get the next one in the series.
Maybe they introduce better characters that you would like more, and
I
kill them
talked
off
to
better.
somebody who has read the whole series. He goes, yeah, it's really dark. Does it get better? Oh, well, thank you for telling me that. And he's like, well, the next one's pretty good. And after that, no, you really don't want to read it.
No, that's a shame. I still think that sometimes it's better to write less and leave it when the material was really good, instead of like, oh, it was very popular, so let's make a sequel that I never planned for and there was no room for.
Well, it was very
So
clear
it's
this
gonna be
guy
stretching
intended to write
for it.
2 books. And wound up writing 3. I'm aiming for 2.
I mean, I do have idea for like, let's say 2 universes, 2 different separate universes, which one can span into maybe 3 books, or the other maybe 2, and that'll be it. I don't want to have anything further, because like, no, I don't see what else I can tell in that universe and that story. I'd rather focus on something completely different later on.
I was reading that Michael Dorn has been trying to propose a Worf spin-off series, which he says will basically be focused from the Klingon point of view, but it's not a retelling of all the stories. It's, you know, the Klingons are discovering that they need to make some changes to their society and culture because they are in a state of decline. And I'm thinking, you know, that's actually interesting. It's not just the same old, same old, same old.
Is that why there are no more Klingons in the 32nd century?
I have no idea if he's going to deal with that at all.
I'm just joking, we just haven't seen them, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
we're gonna have some in
Well, if they ever
Starfleet Academy.
yeah. Kind of waiting
Well,
to
at
see
least
what
they're
they
gonna
do.
be mentioned, because, you know... Why not? That's still weird. Is that something recent that he's been running circles?
No, actually, apparently he had proposed this before Picard came out. And as he said, he had to kind of revamp the whole thing because Picard changed the universe a little bit, so he's having to do a little rework on it. He's
I
still
thought they were
pitching
going
it.
to do a Worf series back after Deep Space Nine was done.
He was trying to propose it back then. He would like that. I don't blame him.
So he's been pushing for it for a while now.
Yep. But you know, with
Yeah,
being
no
able to
idea.
do short 10 episode seasons, it can be more cost effective if you're not trying to figure out how to make 20, 30 unique episodes per year.
Yeah.
So Telly says, I wonder if anyone has performed Klingon Shakespeare on stage. Absolutely, they have.
I have the Klingon Shakespeare book.
Yeah. Yes, they have done Hamlet in Klingon.
A judge or not to mock judge. Whatever that means.
There we go.
The sounds they used. Jesus.
Oh, I'll get this assimilator that just happened to be right here next to me. Die, assimilator, die!
I was trying to bite into it for a while now, but it grabbed me with a tractor beam. Yes,
Down there and see if I can start this one. What is this? This is 3. We haven't started 6 yet, apparently.
Still at 3 over here. I re-rolled my whole heal. I got kinetic damage instead, and I got it all done.
All right.
Because I hate all heal, because it takes forever.
Pink Floyd and Klingon. That would be interesting. Talk to Klingon
Pop Warrior could probably do that.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing.
There were some ladies that they cosplay the Dura sisters at the convention in Vegas.
And they sing
They
too.
they sing in Klingon.
In Klingon, yeah. They were doing the show before the Klingon karaoke started one night. You might have been there that night.
Probably.
They were impressive singers.
I need help over here at 3.
I'm at 3. I'm hoping as much as I can. We've even gotten
to
6.
move, but I've been attacked by
Okay.
so many ships that I'm
Wait.
kind of struggling.
Okay. Taz is over
Okay.
here.
What did you guys need help with?
The things you killed. We needed help with the things you killed. Thank you. All those dead things we needed help with. I'm going to go over and see if I can start 6 up. Oh, we're down to just the 4 of us. That's why. We lost somebody.
No, we never got anyone.
We never got anyone?
No,
We
it
have
was just
a team?
it was just us 4 that went in.
I didn't make
Why
a
did it
private.
pop then?
Maybe somebody accepted it and left. That does happen. Natalia says there needs to be a Klingon K-pop group. There does
How about
indeed.
no? And those stupid cutting beams stop reaching out to me.
And 6 has started.
And 6 is rainbowed, or 3 is rainbowed. I mean, not 6.
We got assimilators too. There's 3
How's
of
it
them.
hanging, old cock? I'd say you're looking well for the circumstances.
Heck.
That was a dashboard.
Yes, it's on the dashboard.
Stupid tractor beam. You kindly die.
Right?
Oh, Chris died. Chris.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I changed the build and it's not as strong as it used to be. I didn't change nothing revolutionary. Alas.
Great, Satalia, now you got me thinking. Oh, 6. Yeah, 6.
Oh, stupid tractor beams.
Oh, now I'm dead. And hurt. Dead and hurt.
It must be redeployed. Stitching Anchor 6 is restored and receiving shields once more.
Right, where is 6?
It's between 1 and 5.
Oh my god, guys, what's going on?
You're not sufficiently defending the superstructure. Duh. I know you're usually the one who's carrying us. I know.
Yeah, really.
What do you want from us? We're just the background, really.
We're just here to look pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I almost got it cleaned up.
I reactivated 6.
Oh, sorry, Satella. Now you got me thinking about a K-pop Klingon group.
Oh boy.
You know, doing the dancing and all that stuff.
Make that even worse for you. Imagine Klingon boy band.
Exactly. That's where I'm going with it. Klingon boy bands.
Like Backstreet Boys, but
Yeah.
like
Yes.
Klingon style.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's an episode of Lower Decks for you right there.
True.
It would be a Newsom's all... Sorry, what's her name? Mariner is all over the latest thing in Klingon boy bands.
Yeah, she's the one that would track it, definitely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yep. Batleth Boys. Thank you. It is the Batleth Boys.
Oh my god, what a perfect name. Wow.
That's insane.
Really good one.
Want it that way.
Oh my god.
All right, we got all 6.
Klingon's back. Copter.
Ooh.
Something is disrupting the stitching
Sweet.
network.
Sweet. Oh god.
Tactical cues are the source
Let's see, do we have to get some more simulators first?
to stabilize the network.
Oh, stupid tractor beam, I'm gonna destroy you here and now. There you go.
It's where it's like they
Tractor beam
respawn.
gets destroyed, cube tractors me. Fridge off of me. The
I
hell
swear
off
it's
my
like
kit.
the tractor beams respawn all over the place.
They do. They
Yeah,
hate you.
like they hate me. They just want me to be stationary. I'm not.
Satali says it's another perfect idea for Klingon popware. Somebody should send that to her. She probably knows enough singers who could get away with it. I mean, it's also a perfect thing for animation, but you'd still need singers to do the music.
Stupid ass tractor beam. Another one.
Oh.
Popped up out of.
Oh.
I'm very
Fuck
disappointed.
Klingon style.
Joint Command assured me you and your teammates were up to this task.
Come on, there's more to that
morning,
line, Musin.
I get it.
And I will make it a threesome. You even hear yourself?
That was the perfect line. Oh god, it always makes me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Like Fraser's delivery there. Did you even hear
You
it?
could ambush a Bolian if he was blindfolded and tied to a tree.
The frick was that? Oh my god.
Well, one down. Let's get this other one going.
Hey, fluffer.
Oh, thank you, yes.
Excellent work.
Not yet, it's not.
I'm not even close to actually work.
Hey, it didn't take us half an hour, so we're good.
Yeah, but we died like
And I
things
will
on a
make it a
salsa.
threesome.
I only died
We're
twice,
gonna do. Are we gonna do soundboards all day?
apparently.
Shut up, Wesley.
Oh, there's a new one.
There is a new one.
Did I do that?
What was that?
Steve
That was
Urkel.
Urkel.
Oh my god.
Computer deactivate iguana.
How dare you?
It's a fake.
Our efforts were most satisfactory on this day. The enemy incursion has been
Wow, that was challenging.
More than usual.
Yeah, well,
I'm wondering if there's like something. I don't know.
Now I want
I
a
don't.
map.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Oh my god.
So now I'm doing I need to paint this office, put in the new desk, which has arrived, thank you. But do I rip out all the carpeting up here, put in new carpeting, then paint it, or something in that order, then put in the new desk? Do I want to go spend too much money on carpeting? No. Should I do it? Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Peck, 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 peck.
General Kenobi.
Somebody's got too
Know
much
that.
spare time on their hands.
Roger, Roger.
Satalia says, I have this sound clip of Obama saying, "You might die." That could be
my God.
interesting.
Die, die, Roger, Roger.
All right. What have we got next? I have 5 Voth ships, so I don't really care about that. Everything else is ground. Cliff is logged in now. Let me grab you, Cliff.
Attention, Bajoran workers.
Yes, we have our attention.
You will be assimilated.
Thank you.
Resistance is futile.
One thing is futile with the Borg is their persistence.
You might die.
That has its place, Satalia. I can add that to the clipboard of interesting sounds.
Snoogans.
Where are my cases of block wine?
What next, good people?
Borg disconnected.
To change my ship.
Not with this ship.
No.
Not with this
Yeah,
tune.
not with this ship.
Suggestion refused. It's not happening, Taz. Whatever you do, it's not happening.
Oh, this is the wrong tune. Oh, is that the right tune? It is the right tune.
I know what I haven't flown in a while. It's about time.
Some of these I'm afraid to even try out.
Yeah. I can totally get that.
What,
Why?
the soundboards?
Okay, there's a whole list from Jason Mew's server, and it's his character Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, fun.
How fun that may be, that's not really PG.
Yeah, you definitely want to think about that one before you put it out there.
Yep. And you never know how loud people make them.
There is that
that's
too,
one
yes.
of the other things, because you can custom set the volume. Here, these are from mine, and I know which these are, right?
Musen, don't play your soundboard.
Okay. I guess he doesn't like Totally Spies.
Right, there we go. Now my stuff is cleaner than it was.
That last one was a ringtone in a cartoon that suddenly went viral across the globe.
I don't even know which cartoon you're talking of.
Well, it was called Totally Spies. And when that cartoon got real big in its first seasons,
Yeah.
that ringtone was like on everybody's phone that I knew.
Oh, that you knew. I was gonna say I've never seen it before. Good morning, Graz.
Good morning.
It would go off, and 20 people would reach for their phones. Because everybody downloaded that thing, because it was a not too intrusive ringtone compared to all the musical stuff that came before it. Like there was some racket in there, and stuff you wouldn't hear when you were at the bar, right?
One, don't know the ringtone, and two, I haven't hung out in bars in a long time. Long time.
Neither have I. When I did, downloading ringtones with your phone was still a thing.
Graz, are you in game?
Yes.
Would you like to join us? Because Board King just stepped out, apparently.
Sure.
Okay. I have no idea what we're doing. Somebody has to pick something, because I got nothing today.
I've got an Iconian TFO.
Which one do you want to do?
I don't know. I prefer Gateway, but with stairs, I don't think it's a doable thing.
Gateway is doable.
But this means we owe him a Borg disconnected tomorrow, so just be prepared for this.
I have no issues with Borg disconnected. We just have to be prepared. It takes half the time.
Yeah, well, we're going to do Borg disconnected tomorrow. So everybody, when we do that, grab your appropriate toys. Satalia has a suggestion, and I won't contribute keys because I'm not on team. Then don't make the suggestion, because we know what you're going to suggest. So we're going to do Gateway. Let me queue up Gateway here. Oh! Okay, that's why.
You couldn't ambush a Bolian if he was blindfolded and tied to a tree!
And Borg King is back. Is that your internet, Borg King, that's doing that to you?
I guess. I don't know what's going on today. Life hates me. That's what it is.
You said Gateway, right, Chris?
Yep.
Okay. Weeboo?
We have a Weeboo. Weeboo detected.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Hello? Yo.
Yo?
What?
Oh!
What?
Jeg skal gjøre meg klar.
What?
Ok, jeg stuper.
Oh, he's talking to someone else.
Jeg begynner å hive på meg klær. Yes, hey. I am getting a Samsung G9 in about 4 minutes.
Okay.
Of course you are.
See, it's good. It's because it's Gateway. If it had been Borg disconnected, no, that wouldn't have happened.
Blame me. I'll be fine.
No, we're going to blame Taz. Don't worry. It's Borg disconnected. It's not going to matter if he has to step away.
I kinda have to step away.
That's fine. It's Borg disconnected. We're fine.
Because I need to put clothes on. I can't be in my
It's
bathrobe.
not Borg disconnected. It's Gateway to Grethor.
No worries. I'm sorry, it's Gateway. It's not a problem. We can handle Gateway.
I am so excited.
Oh, well, good. Yay!
This monitor is so huge. Shit, I need to clean up some stuff. Yep, BRB, guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Typical task. Oh, there's a new toy. He's turned off. Yeah, and he's gone.
Yep. He said he had to put on clothes, so I can get that.
That was probably too much info.
I wear my bathrobe around a lot. Not because I'm not wearing clothes underneath it, but it's just the right amount of warmth on these kind of cool mornings. So it becomes like a nice long jacket.
I've been wearing my pajamas for the past 2 days.
Yeah, it's because you're off.
I know. And I live by myself, so.
Well, I live by myself. I don't particularly care. But I've been trying to get some yard work done, which generally means don't go outside in your pajamas when you're trying to mow the lawn.
Can you stop tractoring me? Jesus, everything is trying to tractor me.
It really is.
If it isn't Borg, it's the bloody Iconians. Get off.
You wanted the Iconians.
I didn't want them. I have them as a TFO for the Endeavor. These small fighters that are gonna come in here. I'm going to.
Satalia, you can buy out the event. If it's one day, it's not going to be that bad.
Excuse me.
Yeah, one day would probably be very little. Oh, we've done all sides.
Yep. Just waiting on it all to go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do the event for all the tunes when we're done here.
You want to go planet side as usual? Or
yeah, I'm on my way planet side. I'm just gonna take out this radiation while I'm on my way. Oh, but you're already down there. Do you want to stay down there?
I mean, I just covered in case something spawns here, and it's halfway there,
Yeah.
so...
Where you are, there tends to be a lot spawning.
Oh, there goes.
I got that one.
My side. Oh, okay.
I just happened to be there when it popped. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to buy out this next event.
I'm certainly tempted, because I can't...
I don't necessarily want to do it on... Oh, somebody joined us! Rollblock.
If I can afford it, I'm buying it out and playing it every day.
Just so you get all the lithium?
No, so I get the extra campaign progress.
That would do it, yes.
Yeah, it increases the meta.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Speed.
Well, Rollblock looks... or Rollblock. Looks like he's happy down there, so I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm just thinking if I buy it out on a couple of my tunes, then I'm not spending 2 hours a day just doing an event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once Kel's back on the air, hopefully he gets better soon, then I can sit there and listen to his show while I'm doing it. That's kind of pleasant.
Yeah, instead they are moving over to Tab. SAB.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they're doing a stream today.
Okay. Yeah. They'd wanted to do something with Kel and he got COVID, so he's not on right now.
Yeah, they thought they'd postpone it, but it turned out he's got COVID, so that wouldn't work.
Yep.
I forgot how I like seeing this ship.
Crap, that means I have to do an event and then turn around and do the other event when I get back home from the gym. I'm going to spend my entire day sitting at the computer, which is fine when it's stuff I like, but just mindlessly doing events is not how I want to spend my days. Mindlessly doing other stuff, sure, that's fine. This takes a long time of just floating around here.
Yeah, it kind of does, but I like the more peaceful TFOs rather than the eventful ones that constantly require attention. You can just sit and just make sure that there are no active radiation gateways, and that's about it. You don't have to even shoot anything.
Oh, it's nice to shoot things and get the aggression out for the day.
That's what Dead by Daylight does for me. And just relentlessly kill people there. And, well, virtual online people, but you know. That takes my aggression out.
Well, typically I would have gotten my aggression out for the week beating the snot out of other people in class, but I can't go tomorrow because my instructor's not in. The guy who's covering isn't well, so that won't be happening. So no class till next week. Oh no, an extra day off. Whatever shall I do?
More time to do the events and stuff.
No. I'm gonna get... I was trying to do the 20-hour cooldown to maximize my dilithium.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Since you can't bank these and just wake up, turn them in and go back to bed, I'm going to see if you can bank Vault.
It's Vault and Azure, right?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can bank Azure. Sometimes it lets you do it, sometimes it doesn't. It's interesting, you can always bank it, but you can't necessarily bank it for the daily progress, which I find really interesting.
I still think that Azure needs to be reworked.
I agree. I mean, they did rework it not too long ago, but...
Not in a good way, no.
Well, no, they upped it and made it a little bit more interesting, so now you can get to 21 ships before it gets into tediousness. I think it should get to the 21 ships and then go to a final boss fight.
It gets into tediousness after doing the same asteroid twice in a row.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but like...
But the thing is, if you've got a good team and you've got a goal, let's say 21 ships or 21 points worth of ships freed, and then it goes to a slightly different thing, like it gives us, you know, a bunch of boss ships or something to make it a real challenge, that would be different. You know, throw in something to make it more difficult. Be amazing. Oh, it didn't melt. I'm bummed. Where'd it go? I'm back here.
Gosh darn it. It's all Taz's fault.
Well, Taz isn't... Yeah, I mean, if Taz had been here, it would have melted.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's all his fault.
Him and his monitor.
Yeah, like, he's definitely got these priorities wrong.
Yeah. You know, it all died.
How did it die? I didn't even shoot it the second time after it disappeared. What?
Because there's other people here. Mom, have you ever done the lesson on how to defend yourself against an attacker armed with fresh fruit? Of course. Of course. What? There's a Monty Python bit with somebody teaching self-defense.
Right.
And how to defend yourself against fresh fruit. So yes, every time we do our annual, which is not an annual thing anymore, but somebody would either do Cobra Kai or, what's the other one? Boot to the head. Defend yourself against fresh fruit.
Brilliant.
Enter the dojo. You know, any of those goofy ones, somebody would do it. Sometimes they'd make an entire class out of it. The last class I taught was right when they were doing the remove the cap from the water bottle with a reverse spin kick, or reverse hook kick. And none of the adults wanted to do it, so I had a class full of little kids. And they could remove the caps from the bottle by the end of that class. That was fun. By the way, you have to loosen the cap first because that little plastic thing that holds it tight will not get kicked off no matter how good you are. There's just not enough friction.
Aw.
But the rest of it was great. The drawback is you do have to hold the bottle. And a lot of kids doing reverse hook kicks while you're holding the bottle means you get pretty banged up.
This is why I prefer watching destroying bottles done with discipline on Shadiversity. They tried to cap bottles. Using swords.
Oh! I can remove the top of the bottle using a sword. But the cap, that could be interesting.
Oh, they've done very horrible things to so many water bottles.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. I thought you meant like glass bottles. I mean, there's the old using the saber to remove the cork from the champagne bottle, which is basically just chopping off the top of the bottle.
No, it's cheaper to use a plastic bottle of water than a whole watermelon to
Yeah.
test the
It's
sword
not the
against.
same thing, though. Shall we do one more before I have to head out to the real world?
Well, we are in the real world here.
Well, we're in the world that makes a difference, yes. Whoops, wrong button. That one. And that one.
So, a quick Borg TFO?
Sure.
Another one?
We'll do one that we can do better. How about ICA? Or sorry, Infected Conduit? Advanced? This ship is not doing anything elite. Wee woo?
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Bear with me here. I'm going to hit accept in a second here.
Okay.
I'm just getting my parser up.
No worries. Yeah, this ship, if it hits 20, is going to be doing great. Yeah, Tarantula Rodeo, our formula for defense against guns is, yeah, you can have my wallet. Here's the car keys. All yours, dude.
Probably the reasonable one.
Yeah. Can you disarm somebody with a gun? Yes. If you're within 3 feet of them. If you're within 3 feet of them, well, 2 feet probably, the odds of them actually hitting you if they fire the gun are really good. Greater than 6 feet, different story. Ooh, there's a thunderstorm rolling in. How pretty. But greater than 6 feet, the odds start to move in your favor because people get nervous and their hands get shaky when they're the enemy, even if they're a practiced enemy. The one thing we do recommend is the keys in the wallet. Throw them at the guy on the ground slightly behind them so they have to turn around.
And then kick him in the butt,
no,
right?
No, then you run. You run like crazy. Runs are great defense against gun. No, I know it's just... I was going to say, I know it's snowing. No, it's thundering. She's going, you have to help me. I'm scared.
Aww.
It's very soft thunder way off in the distance. But it is getting closer.
Well, my fluffer getting older, he doesn't hear the thunder unless it's really on top of us.
Yeah. This is way
So
far away.
He's no longer panicking when it's like rolling somewhere in the background.
So we have...
And it often does that, but it doesn't.
I have a reservoir right behind me. And when it thunders any place along the length of the reservoir, which is like 8 miles long, it's big, it kind of bounces, so you can hear the thunder no matter where it is, even if it's not coming towards you. And then we have a local airport not too far from us. And every now and then the planes taking off and the sound of thunder are exactly the same.
Yep.
The dogs don't like that either.
I have an airport. I mean, it's a small airport because everything is redirected to the capital, which is like 150 kilometers away from here. But we still have like flights, sometimes international flights, especially to like UK, Germany, France. I think we have an Irish flight directly as well. So they sometimes will be starting off like a jet plane and they will be rumbling.
Oh yeah.
My fluffer used to react to that, but now it's far enough that it's so distant it doesn't get to me anymore. But he used to panic, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course they do. Well, Fifi and Loki both lived with me when we were very close to O'Hare Airport, huge international airport.
Yeah.
And they were fine. Then we moved to Indy where we were not by the airport, and they got used to that. And now we're midway between the international airport and the local airport, so there's always a little sound, but very rarely is it big rumbly sounds. Yeah. There you go, Graz. How's that?
Thank you.
Nice and quick.
Yep.
And really painless. No one died needlessly. Which is always a good thing, considering everything.
Boy, it took a long time.
You said no one died?
Did someone die?
I
Did I
didn't.
miss something?
I did.
You did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what you get for parsing it. It's always going to screw up your own numbers.
Yeah, that screws it up for
Cliff
sure.
says, sorry about that. I have a bee in my room.
What?
I'm allergic to bees. Not like anaphylactic shock allergic, just like I'm going to be in pain for a week or two. So I totally can get that.
I mean, I don't think I have an allergy. Like, I just have a mental allergy for wasps and hornets and everything related to them.
I don't like
bees
them.
Bees don't really affect me. Like, I don't care. Like, even if a bee comes in and it sits on the window, and I'm like, I will try to help it get out without being too fast and like too aggressive towards it. And they're fine. They don't irk me. They don't have an ick. But when it's a wasp, oh Jesus, I have to annihilate it immediately. Will have the shivers all down my spine all day long. It's absolutely terrible. I hate those things.
Well, Cliff, of course it's angry. It wants to get outside.
Best thing you can do is grab a newspaper and a jar. And when it's on the glass, just put the jar on.
On it, slide the paper underneath it, take it outside.
Yep.
There you go. And remind it to tell its friends that you let it go, so they should not come back and sting you in the eyeballs.
Exactly, especially that. Although, I usually have the lid for the jar, and the wasp doesn't survive if I catch it. I just don't want to take risks that it's gonna come back.
That's a different story.
God, I hate wasps. One time I was walking to work, and I had a backpack just on my right shoulder. And I was minding my business walking to work. And the bloody thing got right between my back and my backpack, and it felt trapped, so it stung me right in my right shoulder blade. I thought I'm gonna die at work, because the pain was so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking hate that thing. Like, oh.
My sister was biking with some kind of loose-legged pants, and the bee flew up her pants leg while she was biking. Got stressed, stung her. She was not happy.
Well, can't blame her.
Yeah, no, I don't blame her either. She said it was my fault. I'm not quite sure how it was my fault, but it was my fault.
Any logical explanation to that?
Yeah, my sister isn't big on logic.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm going to get out of here, everybody. I will be on tonight because I'm out of cars to go by, so I have no excuse to not be on. Cliff needs a phaser.
You need a phaser?
To get the bee.
To get a bee, you'd probably blow a hole in your window.
Put it on stun. Just on stun. So on behalf of everybody here at Moopsy in the Morning, I want to thank you all for joining us. We will be on tonight at 6. I'm going to see if we can do 6 to 9 tonight, if my brain goes for it and if the doggers are okay with it. I may have to move their...
they will be okay with it. Because you're going to tell them. You're not going to out until I say so.
At 8 o'clock, they know that there's rawhide downstairs, and they know what time 8 o'clock is roughly. So I'm thinking I could, at some point, sneak it up here so when they're doing the Dance of Wild Anticipation, because the door is open, they can let themselves out now. But they want their SNACK, so if I put it up here, maybe they'll just leave me alone so I can take care of it. And then they'll go have their treats.
Spelling.
They know how to, they know the words. They haven't figured out the spelling yet. They're not
I think
bad.
that's why dogs don't live as long as humans, because they would probably figure out spelling and then they would never leave us alone.
That's so true.
Because they figure out the words throughout the lifetime and they easily learn, but spelling is probably too hard for them and they would probably learn it.
Well, I know of at least several dogs who have learned sign language.
Oh,
because they deal with deaf people. And they can figure it out. And one person was spelling out BALL, and the dog figured out she was spelling it out at one point.
Oh my god.
So both the sign and the spelling, because it's only 4 letters. And, you know, if they're used to watching visual clues, they probably started to associate the letter B with the shape of a ball. Unfortunately, sign language uses a lot of signs that start in some way, shape, or form with the letter they're doing, like the word why has a Y shape to it, and a couple other things. So, yeah, I'm sure doggies can figure it out. All right, I'm getting out of here. Everyone, have a wonderful day. Be safe. Don't get too wet in the rainstorm. And we will see you in about 11 hours. Da, 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 da. So, as we'd like to say around here... Sorry about that. So as we like to say around here, stay moopsome.
Moopsy, Moopsy. Shun the non-believer. Shun.
I wasn't sure if I was going to get that in before Musin hit it.
Make it a threesome.
There we
Someone
go.
was very hurried to get out of here.
Take care, everybody.